Alrighty, Steeler Nation, welcome back to the show. Now, I've rolled my sleeves up. I'm ready to go. This could be a video. I don't know. Am I a poet? Who know it, right? Let's go. I'm actually really, and I can't swear at the moment because if it is a video, I can't swear within the first minute of YouTube. Otherwise, they will demonetize me. But I'm really sick of this receiver 2 number talk. Now, I'm not saying that I don't want Brendan Ayuk, that I don't want DK Metcalf, that I don't want Cortland Sutton, that I don't want these players. What I'm sick of is all this talk has happened and nothing has been done. No trades have been accepted. There's been only rumors about it going to happen and nothing has been done. That's what I'm over. And I feel like Summer Steeler Nation is stuck here on receiver 2. They need receiver 2 to win the Super Bowl. What happened to the quarterback maybe making a receiver into that number 2, right? Pickens, number 1. I feel like he's number 1 on the team. And yes, maybe he may not be number 1 in the league or in terms of he could not be a number 1 receiver. But right now, in terms of depth, it's Pickens. There's the Van Jefferson. There's the other bloke is Roman Wilson, the rookie, CA3. And I feel like there's this big gap, this huge gap where we acknowledge that Pickens is number 1, GP, and there's number 2, nothing apparently. Nothing. There's 0 there. Now, here's a guy. There's nothing here. Nothing. And then we have all the other receivers. And I'm going to name them off the list and remind myself memory that we have Pickens, number 1. There is no receiver 2 at all. Apparently, there's not there. Then we have Van Jefferson. He was a free agent pickup. Roman Wilson, he's a rookie receiver that come to the team. Calvin Austin into his 3rd year, which I think he's going to be a good addition for this team this year in his role. Scotty Miller, look, no one likes that guy because he's like an unknown bloke, but can he make the team? Maybe, hopefully. Quez Watkins with Philadelphia. There's been some talk. I saw some talk on a podcast. I think it might have been today or another podcast talking about Denzel Mims. Maybe he could be a bloke that rolls into that carves at a role. I'm not too sure about Marquez Callaway or Deuce Watts. And the new bloke today, no one cares about Jeray Jenkins because he's just a free agent guy. Sure, some blokes won't be there that high tier moving up there to be receiver 2, 3, 4, and 5. But I feel like there's this imaginary gap that Steeler Nation has built themselves into their mind of like George Pickens is 1, there is 0, 2. There's no fucking 2 at all, and there's like 3, 4, 5, 6. What's the point in that? That makes no sense to me. If this team does not go and get someone via a trade, they don't get someone via Omar Khan picking someone up, someone gets cut, then they're not going to, you know what? Sorry, guys, we haven't got a receiver 2. We haven't got a receiver 2, so we're going to quit. I think the game's over. You know what? Falcons, you win. Denver, you win. How about, we can't verse the Raiders, you win. They're not going to give up the season because they haven't got a receiver 2. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I'm slightly getting over it. I really am. And I want to see him make a move tomorrow or the next day so it ends. Or I want to see these receivers get signed to the team so it ends. It's getting to the point where it's getting so stupid. Every single podcast, and we all do this. We all watch Twitter. We all watch podcasts. We all watch Steeler Nation Oz or whoever. All these podcasts are talking about we need a receiver 2. Do we? Do we really need a receiver 2? Can't we just rely on Russell Wilson to feed the football to Freiermuth, to Darnell, to get Connor Hayward involved more, to get Cordero Patterson, who can be a running back and a receiver? Like, I don't know, throw the ball to Fields. Why not? They made a rumor up that Fields is going to be a kickoff returner. Why not get him more involved? I feel like there's this massive gap here. Pickens, receiver 2, there's nobody, which makes no sense. The coaching staff with Arthur Smith and the organization with Mike Tomlin, all these dudes, they don't think this way. They're going to carve out a role and make sure there's a role for a receiver 2 to step up. Maybe it is a Roman Wilson or maybe it's a Van Jefferson to be there, and we haven't even seen him fucking play. We haven't seen Van Jefferson play at all, like in our system or the Arthur Smith system. And also, it's more of a running-based system based on the 2 running backs, play action pass, getting the ball to Muth and Darnell, and Muth's really happy to be in the system. Everyone's freaking about, or not everyone, but most people are freaking about we haven't got a receiver 2. And if we don't have a receiver 2, then therefore our team is going to be non-existent in the playoffs, and there will be no chance for them to go on a run for Super Bowl. But it doesn't work that way. The way I see the team, You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 receivers. So right now, if you're telling me Pickens is number one receiver, then there's no one for two, then you have 13 receivers who are going to be chasing down the third, fourth, and fifth and sixth spot. Why can't they move up to be a receiver too? Sure, I know there are different skill sets for guys on the outside. Maybe you can't put Calvin Austin on the outside. You need to put a bigger bloke on the outside to take care of cornerbacks, and you move Calvin Austin in the slot, or you move Muth into the slot and things like that. Different packages, different things, different players in certain spots. But that isn't up to me as my role as a fan to say, oh, you know what, we need a receiver too. They're going to work this out. And you know what? They probably won't even go and sign a big name receiver like the Brandon Ayuk or the DK Metcalf or guys like that. They'll probably wait till things settle down. Justin Jefferson went and signed a multi-year contract, 4-year contract, $110 million guarantee, $140 million. And that's going to set a certain bar. They've got to go and pay Jamar Chase. They've got to go and pay CeeDee Lamb in certain spots. Will the Steelers go and offer a contract like that to a Brandon Ayuk? Maybe, could be a chance, but it hasn't happened yet. I'm really starting to get over the actual fact is that there is a apparent gap created by Steelers fans that there is no receiver too, when in reality there is. Calvin Austin will be stepping up. I think Roman Wilson will be thrown to the fire real quick. I think Van Jefferson will be stepping up. Freiermuth will be stepping up. Same with Darnell too, getting used in passing situations. And we haven't really talked about that Najee and Warren can catch a ball from the outside. This whole receiver two nonsense to me, and I've got a poll coming out, I might use it for this video, is far too much. It's over exaggerated. It's overrated. It's some clickbait crap when we need to go and get this receiver. If it does happen tomorrow, I'll be proven wrong in a heartbeat, but I don't care because I'm so over it. All right, done.
Next to, is he still aggressive?
Yeah, what do they call him? The con artist? I like that. I saw that, man. That's pretty good.
All right, so I'll be using that for a video because that really helped me. That helped me a lot. That helped me. Okay. Well, good. Thank you, Rod. I appreciate that. Thank you, Rod, for the $99, and we have good receivers. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. You bloody legend. Right. I really hope that I don't mean to be like rants are fun, but I'm just really over it, eh? I really am just about over this, that why can't other players step up? I think we played this like fantasy football brain to a certain degree sometimes, where yes, if you go and get a Brandon Ayuk and you spend 2 draft picks to get him and he's the number one or Pickens number one, and Russell Wilson has so many weapons. Yes, the offense would be insane to watch, and I agree we have a big chance to win playoff games. However, if we don't get that, I don't believe it's over. I feel like the Steeler Nation in some community sense around the internet is if we haven't got number 2, it's all over. It's all over, and that's why I can't stand. Because why blokes like honest to goodness, this Jaray Jenkins guy, he's an undrafted bloke. What if he carves at a role in training camp and the team and they're all football players, they're all fit. I'm not saying that Pickens and Jaray Jenkins are that Jaray Jenkins is better than Pickens. We know Pickens is an absolute steal and a talent. But what I'm saying is there's still parts where they're all football players trying to carve out a role for the team. There still needs to be gunners on the team too. So we still need guys that are blokes that are 4, 5, and 6 receivers to play gunners or cornerbacks to play gunners. You need guys to step up in that role. Calvin Austin is one of those blokes where he will step into that role. And yes, he's a smaller dude, but he's like 4.4. I saw him run up the middle with Kenny Pickett pass all the way through the middle versus the Raiders. He went down, caught a ball in the end zone, and was on fire, right? So, and will there be ideas where this new bloke, Scotty Miller, steps up, right? I think he played for the Falcons, and I think he might have played for the Patriots or the Buccaneers, possibly with Tom Brady. So there's that connection there. I just feel like it's when Rod says we have good receivers in this thing here, we have good receivers, right? You think about that. You're almost pissing on, if you say we haven't got a receiver number 2, you're almost saying that all those receivers, all 13, cannot carve out a role to become a receiver 2. I think it's one of the most overrated topics right now in Steeler Nation is the fact that everyone's talking about receiver number 2.
Here we are!